My first question is, we talked a little bit about it before. You talked about how he would be under 24-hour care. So just can you explain a little bit about that?
Well, 24-hour care, it requires a lot of people. So during the day, he's with the keeper staff in the tropical forest and, of course, in the presence of his family. And then at the end of the day, when we leave, there's a group of volunteers who come in, and they're here from 5 to midnight. And then there's a person who comes in at midnight to 8. So he has 24-hour daycare. So it's basically 3 shifts of people. And we're so thankful that people have just all pulled together and, to help take care of this baby and make sure he has a good life with his family.
Is there a reason why she's dressed in black?
Is there a reason why she's dressed in black? No, it's the color of the scrubs. We did have black fuzzy material for a while, but not only is it very hot, but it was shedding a little too much. So we got the scrubs for the convenience of the staff, and no particular reason why it's black.
And you mentioned before how you're going to have to eventually, start putting him on his back as he gets older.
Right.
So when will you get to the point where he can just go back with his mother and be fine with that?
We don't really have an exact date and time. It's a judgment call. You look at him and see how he's doing. Is he able to come to us to eat? Is he able to eat some food? Is he still clinging on? And so we just kind of play it by ear. And it'll be at least 2 months, probably a little bit longer.
Okay. And is there any animosity from the mother? I mean, taking her baby away, is that fine?
No, the mom was upset for a few days, but we brought the baby back within 2 days, and she sees him every day. And the animosity isn't towards the baby. She's not always happy with the staff holding her baby, but I've been able to pick him up and get him a little closer so she could sniff his head, and she grumbles to him. She makes those happy, comforting sounds, and everything seems to be going well. We just keep our fingers crossed.
Does he recognize her as his mom?
Yes, and I make sure when we're holding him, I always have him turn so that they make eye contact. Because if they see the back of his head, that there's no interest, but that eye contact is so important.
And when will he be available for the people to see?
Starting tomorrow, it's weather pending, we'll try to have him outside on the patio that's in the gorilla yard, approximately from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. But again, it's weather permitting, so we do want people to see him and know that he's fine, because he's pretty cute.
Is there a problem of rejection here or no?
There's always, there could be a possibility of rejection, but we're optimistic, and other zoos have done this successfully, and they've given us some really great advice, and so I think that we'll be successful.
And why is the reason that you've taken it away from
the reason we took the baby away was because she was initially, we noticed she was putting the baby down. She was still carrying him from place to place, but putting him down and then not letting him nurse. So we knew that there must be a problem. And after she was immobilized and the baby was taken to the hospital, our vet staff examined the mom, and it was discovered she has mastitis, which is a severe inflammation of the breast tissue, and it was very uncomfortable. I mean, any woman who's had mastitis knows it's very uncomfortable. So, of course, we understand why she didn't want to continue to nurse.
Is that curable or?
Yes, she was given antibiotics, and she seems to be much better now.
Could she begin nursing again? Or no?
Her milk will probably be dried up by the time we get him back in, and he will be and he may try, but he'll be focused on a bottle for a while. And then, food. They start eating food very quickly. With about 3 months, in about 3 months, he'll have some more teeth, and he'll start eating little pieces of food.
I noticed the other gorillas were coming out looking over this way.
Oh, they probably saw him, sure.
And what would they, do they get concerned or?
They see the baby with the staff all the time now. Okay. So they're interested, they're probably concerned, but there's really nothing they can do. They can't get over here.
Anything else you want to tell us we didn't ask?
Oh, you're good. You touched it all.
Well, he's almost 7 weeks old. He'll be 7 weeks on Friday. He was born April 12th, and we pulled him at 1 month. So he's getting to be 7 weeks, and like I said, he's got 2 teeth already. He's got 2 lower incisors, and we expect to see 2 more, within the next couple of weeks. And then he will also eventually get his molars.
Roseanne, you said some other zoos are helping, offering advice. What type of advice did they offer? Was there anything in particular that maybe what you had
Okay,
occurred to you?
yeah, the Columbus Zoo offered a lot of advice because they've done this so many times and they've got it down to a science. So one of the things that surprised me was I thought that we would have to wait to put him back in until he had a full set of teeth where he could eat. But they recommended that as long as he is able to walk adequately, to come over to us to get the bottle, that we could then think about putting him back into the group earlier than I would have thought possible.
And the purpose of having a carrot?
The carrot is a gorilla teething ring. You know, we try not to give them human things. If you give them a human baby diet, then it's very hard to shift him off of that. So if we gave him a teething ring, he may or may not use it. So we're trying to at least introduce him to the foods he would get later on. And he really can't get any of the carrot, but it helps him when he wants to chew. And it's better than our arms.
Yeah.
We actually know their name?
They do.
Mocha.
She was probably just hoping to, have some food to send over. I hardly ever feed her from here because it encourages visitors to throw things.
Yeah.
And then they could sometimes start begging, and I want to keep my food there as well.
I don't blame you. This is the mother right here.